rhythm and the groove. Move, move. Alright, I make me tell you listen. Move, move. We a dance to the rhythm and the groove. Move, move. Watch them massive and groove, them a move. So we chop it, so we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Lock down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. So we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Down down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune.
What is going on, folks? Welcome to the Flight Sim Broadcasting Network. My name is Jason. I'll be your instructor or host today. Holy cow, I got things falling apart already. I hope you had a great week, and we have made it we're still in the middle of this road trip. We got a 5-leg road trip here. It's crazy. And if you're wondering, hey, well, we saw last week, I don't even know where we flew last week. I think we flew a 6-hour flight last week. Was that the one to get us here? I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. We did that 6-hour flight from BFI, well, or into BFI. If you're wondering where are the other flights, if you become a member, either on YouTube or Patreon or whatever, you can see the rest of the whole season on our away games. We do a lot of private streams with those. So actually recorded the last one because it was so late. It was like 11:30. All right, who's checking in? Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, I just said all that for nothing. Give me a 5x5 in the chat if you can hear me and see what's going on. We've got our paperwork pulled up already. Pops, how are you? We'll talk about the game a little bit as well. Sean, how's it going? Nightbot in the house. And that's it. Cody, what's going on? He says, hey, what's up, crew? Hope everyone had a great week. And then Curtis, how are you, Curtis? Good evening. Welcome aboard. We're going to be doing flight 5803 over to from Edmonton down to Vancouver. It's going to be a little bit snowing here in Edmonton. We'll see. We might have to de-ice and stuff like that. So Israel D. Oleo Joe, we said 5x5. What's going on? AJ, what's up, buddy? How are you? Welcome aboard. I hope you all had a great week. And without any further ado, if you're wondering what this channel is about, let's say you're just brand new and you're like, what's this guy doing? We're really about 3 things: doing it right, having fun, and learning something. That's what we're about. You're not going to see like barrel rolls. You're not going to see aileron rolls. You're not going to see loops. You're not going to see any of that here. Unintentionally. I'll have to say that with a caveat. It's unintentionally. All right. Let's check this out. So zero fuel weight, we've got 105.6. Takeoff weight's going to be at 122.7. We have a live dispatcher today. So 122.7, we're going to plug that in. I'm just going to do some paperwork here. Takeoff weight 122.7. We don't know the flaps or anything like that yet. Let's get our landing weight. Our landing weight is in at 114.8. We'll check out the weather here in just a minute. Landing weight, just 114.8. That's perfect. Let's get our minimum fuel. Our minimum fuel out is going to be right in this column. Right there, it's going to be 17,000 on the minimum fuel. If I could use my pen, it would be great. There's our minimum fuel at 17,000. We'll put that in there. And our maximum planned fuel is going to be 17.8. So minimum fuel at 17,000 here. Max fuel's 17.8. And that's the one we're going to want. 17.8 Jet A. We're at gate 212 Alpha. We're going to call up the fuel truck. We got to get 17,800 pounds in the aircraft. We'll call our dispatcher. We'll find out what's going on in terms of weather and stuff. Let's get the weather here. And I did a briefing earlier with him. We'll do one now. I don't know if he's online. We'll see. Let's go to weather, and I'm going to show you the route and all that good stuff in just a minute. Right now in Edmonton, it is winds are calm, so we've got a calm wind here, and we're looking at 20 miles visibility, so the visibility is beautiful. Few clouds at 3,500, just cold. And we've got overcast at 6,000. And the temperature is -4. Dew point is a -6. Altimeter 302 for runway of choice. Probably going to be 02 or very close to that. It's calm, so either that or we can go the other way. Whatever. If we have ATC, we'll have to obviously comply with whatever ATC says. Right now, they're not online. We'll see how that goes before. Christopher, how are you? He's giving a thumbs up. Curtis, I think I said hi. If not, hi. All right, good stuff. Hopefully you folks had a great week. Good week of hockey. I was okay for hockey in terms of hockey week. We'll talk about how the Rangers did yesterday, last night. Matter of fact, they flew this flight last night. We're kind of simulating that right now. The reason why I'm not doing it is because I wanted to give you folks a show today because we usually go on Fridays. So I was like, you know what? They're playing tomorrow. We'll fly them there today. That's fine. I think on our off days on Fridays, if we don't have a scheduled flight, like in terms of charters, we'll probably just fly a line flight. How's that? We can do a Southwest flight. We can do a coastal line flight. Something like that we might try. YVR Vancouver Airport looks great too. Let's go ahead and see if I could just give you a rundown. By the way, Cliff is here. He called me up. He's like, listen, you fired me last flight. I'm back. Take me back. He said basically begged to come back, so I let him. I was like, all right, we'll let you back. Don't screw it up. I think halfway into the last flight, he fell asleep or something, and that was the end of him. I had to shut him off. I was like, this dude is just toast. Is he ever gonna be good? No. Cliff's never good. All right, let's check this out, folks. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and click import the flight. We're gonna go right into SimBrief. I'll show you the weather, what we've got, and then we're gonna get the show on the road. How's that? All right, we're going from here. This is Edmonton, and we're gonna zip all the way down here. Not too bad. Paperwork is an hour and 15 minutes. Probably gonna be more like an hour, 20, 25 minutes, right around there. Let's see. We've got a couple of NOTAMs we discussed earlier. We'll talk about that as well. If we click on the weather tab, you can see the radar. It's not painting much. Okay, so nothing really to worry about. There is some icing. I noticed there's some icing down in the southern region where we were. It was kind of close to our. There you go. There's some icing here. We'll have to be worried. Just be careful. I think we'll be definitely above that. We're in the climb in the 30,000 range, so we should be good on the icing. I don't see anything in terms of weather radar. I mean, hasn't loaded yet. It's got to load. We'll give it a second to load. There it is. A little bit of radar here over just nothing. Light dusting of snow here in Edmonton. I think it just the bands just passed. Shelton, how are you? Cal says, uh-oh, I nearly fell asleep 5 minutes before landing. Yeah, it's not good. Shelton, how are you? All right, I think I got everybody there. All right, good. That's what we're going to do. So basically, departure out of Edmonton is pretty simple. I think we're going to do the departure is just going to be like the Edmonton 2. Maybe our first waypoint out of here is going to be... where are you? Andy, it is. So Andy is right here. That's our transition. So we'll fly the Edmonton 2, Andy transition. If we could get this runway, I love to fly this 200 and out, just straight out to Andy. It'd be awesome. Minimal turns, right to Andy, and just basically go. We're right parked, right smack dab here anyway. So we're right here. If we can get a push out of here and go down to Bravo, whoop, 20, bam, blast off on 20. And just go straight down. I'll take it. And if no ATC's online, well, that's what we're going to do, folks. That is our plan. That's our master plan. All right, back into here. Let's call the fuel truck. We'll get the fuel truck in, and we'll start programming this. Cliff's doing his thing. I don't know why my jet is being all weird, but it is. It's just being weird. Like, I don't know what's going on. I try to open the door, won't let me open the door. I try to close the door, won't. So I think there's a conflict with... see, like I click GPU. It seems like GSX is fighting with... I think I know what it is. GSX is fighting with this thing. And I either need to use GSX or the internal MD-80 program. Cliff's too much. It's too much. He's a big pain in the neck. We'll see if he works today. He might fall asleep again. And then we're going to have to fire him again. I had to do that again before. All right, so let's get the fuel truck in here. You can see how much fuel we got on the aircraft, 14,200. We're going to leave with. So what I'm going to do is I have to tell this thing, what did we want? That's 8.9, 8.9. That's going to be good. Let's call the fuel truck. Let's get GSX inbound here. At least their fueler. We'll call over the refuel. Refueling with passengers on board. Fasten seatbelt signs off. Yeah, thank you. It should be off. Unless Cliff turned it on. No, he's got it off. What are you talking about, stupid thing? I got to do this transfer lockout. One thing I need to do before we do anything is a couple of things I'd like to take care of. Some administrative work where climbing is supposed to be our takeoff weight. It's going to be right around 122.7. Remember that, 122.7. And the reason what we're going to have to do is find out if at this altitude, if the MD-80 is going to handle the altitude that was given to us by our dispatcher. If not, we'll have to call dispatcher and say, hey, you know, we're going to might have some issues up at this altitude. We'll see. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be cruising. Excuse me. We're going to be cruising at 0.77. So I'm going to find the 0.77 Mach cruise chart. Pressure altitude, they want us to be at right now 360. We are at 122. So 122, man, 0.77. We can go all the way up to 37,000. We won't. So yes, that will be fine for us at this weight. We're at 122,000 pounds. We're very light. So we could bring it all the way up to max, which is 37,000. And this is a chart that I'm checking right there. It's just my MD-80 cruise chart. It's actually real. So obviously we want to do it right? So we go, okay, let's do it the right way. Vancouver sitting at a whopping 13 feet on the elevation. So we're going to take our landing altitude and drill it all the way down to about 0. That will give you where we want to be. So come on, man, dial it in there, about right there. That's fine. I don't know the pressures yet, so, you know, whatever, just send them at whatever you want to on that. Okay, let's see if this fuel truck has come. Yeah, there we go. We got the fuel truck there. I don't know why my people are pink and this fuel truck is jacked. Okay, it's this one. All right, let's go ahead and get some fuel. We are burning the APU. The passengers are on board the aircraft already, so we're going to go ahead and whoop, and we're going to start fueling the truck. While it's fueling, we're going to do a walk around, and we'll get that rolling. I'll give you a good walk around, folks. How's that? Oh, they did it again to me. They left me. Okay. First thing we're going to do is check the alpha vane right there. So we'd come down the stairs here. We'll check the alpha vane, then check the strake, which is right there, that little crazy fin. It's called the strake. We want to make sure that's good. We're going to walk backwards, look at all 3 pitot tubes in the nose. Radome is good, looking great. We're going to come over here. We check our lighting. We already did that. Check our tires. Now, we just got back from the game. We probably left about after second period or so. Strake's good there. Tat's good there. You better believe I have my iPad. Why can't I hit the light here? So weird why the lighting is not showing. It's all goofy right now. Okay, the leading edge looks great. We will get de-iced just because. Lighting looks good. Green light on that wing. We are going to get a de-ice here. We're just going to be type 1. We just want to knock off. It's not snowing or anything now, so I don't have to worry about any hot times. You're just trying to get the frost off the aircraft. It's been sitting here for 2 days. We flew in, we had 2 days here actually in Edmonton. The Rangers did. They sat there for 2 days. That looks good. Of course, the back looks good. Stabilizers look good. Rudder's looking good. Again, you're looking for frost now. Obviously, you got frost. You're saying, yeah, the airplane's been sitting here for 3 days. Let's go ahead and knock the snow off of it. Because if you don't, we're going to have a really bad time. So there it is. Stupid flashlight now works. Okay. Trailing edge, flaps, looking good. Ailerons, looking all right on the tabs. Position light. That's your actual logo light, and the position light's right there. That looks great. Leading edge, again, clean. Well, there's frost on it, so we will get some de-icing. Static looks good and clean. Same with here. We'll turn the heat on here. And then, of course, Cliff has locked me out, so I have to get back in the flight deck somehow. All right, Delta Sim pilot. We got PDX 09011. Hey there, how's it going? Great flights as usual. Thank you, Delta Sim pilot. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Cam80, welcome aboard. He says, hey, Captain, happy Friday. Watching aboard an A321 over Albuquerque. Well, that's fun. I did that once too. It's a lot of fun when you're able to do that. Cal says, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Going to start my descent into Portland soon. Looks to be crosswind going on, so going to be spicy. How bad is it? How bad those winds over there? 09011. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yes, but you're right. It's almost a direct crosswind because it's what, 28 or the northbound runways? It's 28, I think. So it's like almost east-west. You've been coming around the other way. Or it's a north. No, it's a north-south runway. I forget. All right. It's weird because Cliff is involved. Yeah, Cliff is too much for sure. All right, we got that. Sean puts Cliff in there. The emoji Cliff. It's awesome. All right. Done with the walk around. Did that. We've got our fuel on board. Let's check that. We want to make sure. We got 18.2 right now. What do we need minimum? 17,000 on minimums. That's good. All right. So I just want to make sure because it was off a little bit. And what I mean by that is our zero fuel weight was off on our weight and balance. You can see our zero fuel weight was 102.5, and that's probably what I'm going to use. 9191, 6400 at 1700 on the bags. So that brings us at 1025. I'm definitely going to have to call on that. 14.4, 1025. Takeoff weight 120. So 102.5. I'm going to go ahead and throw that right there. Okay, 1025 set. That's cage. That's good. We're going to go ahead and check the flow. Good. All right. Dump this out. And let's drop the lighting. Is anything work today? There it goes. All right. Follow with me.
Welcome on board today.
Welcome on board today.
As you
Okay.
locate your assigned seat, please place your smaller items
Go index.
in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartment.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to check this off. We're going to go ident. We've got, I'm going to get rid of this thing. Hide the toolbar. All right. MD83 AIRAC is correct. It's 2310, October 5, November 02. That's good. JT8s, 219s. We're good. Position initial. Here we go. Reference airport's going to be C, Y, YEG. YEG. That is not correct. YEG. There you go. And then we're going to put that right over the top. You can see all of the latitude, longitudes pop in. Let's go ahead and make sure. Where'd you go? Let's go to page 3. Look at your GNS. 5319.3. Now you're not going to see this if you go to your airport and we go to parking positions and coordinates, you're probably not going to see what you want to see. Because that's just for the gates. We're way out of the way out of the gates. So what we can do is use the reference to the airport. And we're going to show you where that is. It's right there. 5318.6 over 113.34. Now that, it plugs right there. Very close to our point. See this ARP? That's exactly where they took it. So that's, if you're ever wondering, where do they take this reference from? It's where that mark is. Whoop, whoop. That's it. Cool? Hopefully you just learned something. Okay. Remember to hit the like button right now, folks. Just hit the like button. Doop. There you go. I always forget sometimes. I'm watching a video and I'm like, oh, this is a great video. And then I forget to hit the like button. I'm like, oh, yeah. All right. So I'm going to put that in right there. And we're going to plug that in right there. And we got 19.3. Very close to lots of construction going on here. Okay, there's a crap load of construction, actually. I just want to make sure we're good. We've got 5318. No, I don't like that. Let's do this number right there. Okay. We're good on the GNS. Okay. Okay, then we're going to go route. We're going to put in YEG. We're going to go to YEG-YVR. Victor Romeo. That's Vancouver. I want to throw that in there. And that pulls that up. Let's go to the runways. Departing a runway. If I can do it, folks, let's get out of here on 20. Be awesome. All right, let's go 20. Seg 2. Okay, good. We're going to do an arrival. And I believe it's the Canucks. Canuck 5 arrival. That's exactly right. The Canuck 5 arrival. It is. Yes. And we're going to throw that there. I believe they're landing. I think they're landing the other runway. Let's see what we've got here in Vancouver really quick before I do anything stupid. Wind's 260. So if we go to ATIS, what do you got for me? ILS or RNAV visual approach 26. So we're going to be flying pretty much the 26s inbound. I don't know which one. I think there's 26 right is closed. I'm not sure. So we'll go on 26 left. It's closest to us anyway. And then we're going to click route. And let's check what we've got on our legs. This is our route. Looks good. Let's go ahead and activate. We will execute. Let's go to our legs page. We got vectors pretty much straight up to Andes. So I'm just going to close that up. And then we got NADPI or NADAPI, whatever that is. Nappy, Merritt, Booth. I'm following along, by the way. Nappy, Merritt, Booth. Then we've got Stave, GoPad, Mogus, Obot. That ain't right. Hold on, let me look at Canuck 5 here. 26. Yeah, that is right. Ooh, 26s. I haven't landed those in a long time. I don't think we've ever landed those. Good. Click the route data. It's good. Let's go to our init ref and let's get this going. Our fuel scheduled, we're going to do 17.8/alpha, which means it's auto. 0 fuel weight, we're going to use what the aircraft told me here. It's a little less. What are we at? 102.5, 102.5, and that's just a reserves. We don't want to go under 7,000. Customs X35 cruise altitude 360. We've already done our calculations on that. And the winds, I'm going to use my paperwork. What do we do on the winds here, buddy? 324.21. 324 slant 21. Drop that in there. Outside climb is when we get to top altitude, it's going to be negative 50 degrees. We'll drop that right in there, top of climb, and then we'll click takeoff. Now that's going to stop it right there. Hey, this is my home airport. Hey, Steve. Ja, how are you? Steve says this is home airport. It was cold, man. By the way, how'd you like that hockey game? I think I heard McDavid's out for 2 weeks, man. That's rough. That's hard. I mean, that's a tough deal when you lose Connor McDavid. It's really a tough go. Right now, we don't have any snow on board. There is snow on the runway, though. It's kind of a dry powder, at least what the everything said. So what we're going to do is I'm electing. Hold on. Let me think what I was going to. Let's pull up Top Cat. Let's see what Top Cat has to say. And then while that's pulling up, let's go over here and we'll check our performance data really quick. I'm almost done. All right. I'm sorry. I should have had all this ready to go, but I was kind of late. CYEG. YEG dry. Yes. Winds were calm, so I was just going to kept it at 0. And we're looking at Temperature, I wrote it down, I think. It was cold. -4. -4 degrees, runway 02. I want to go the other way. Remember, it's going to be easier for us to chew. Flaps are optimum. We are looking at 3024. 30.24. Anti-ice is off for this one. Packs are on. And the reason why I say that is it's not snowing, so you don't need them. Our takeoff weight is going to be right at 120.8. It's going to be a little less than that, but we'll play it conservative. So we're going to go 120 plus 8. And then let's go ahead and take a look. I'll throw it in my paperwork here. And we're going to be rocking and rolling here shortly. Okay, you guys ready to go here? So we're going to just drive this in flaps. It says 5.5 on the flap. Cell temp at 50. Now that's just a placeholder. Doesn't mean we're actually going to do that. We're going to do runway 20. We are going to look at our V1 at 132. VR is at 138, and we've got 147 with a clean maneuvering speed 225. Okay, I give that a little circle because that's what we're doing. So let's go check Top Cat now, and let's take a look at what we can do on this. First, weight and balance. We're looking at a zero fuel weight of 102.5. So I'm just going to strike that. 102.5. That's going to be right there. So we'll put that in there. And then our fuel out of here, it's 17,800 with a trip burn of approximately, we're going to burn 7,800 pounds. It's pretty, you know, taking a look, it's like an hour and 27 minutes, maybe an hour and 30 minutes tops. Okay, looks good. We got a takeoff weight of 119. That's good. It is not there. We're going to go kilo, nope, CYEG to CY Victor Romeo, Vancouver. All right, let's go take off, click update. Definitely wasn't a fan of the game. I didn't think they looked good, Steve. They didn't look good, man. I'm telling you, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about why. Certain aspects of the Rangers were good. Certain things were bad, and I don't think they have it together yet. I don't see the team yet. They're going to get killed by Devils. You know, like a team like Devils or some really strong, high, fast, offensive. I don't know. And I'll tell you why. It's just a thought I had. That's all. But I do have a theory, and we're going to talk about that theory in a minute. All right, optimum. Remember, it said flaps 5, so we're going to say flaps 5 on the takeoff. We're just finding the cell temp. Air conditioning on. Anti-ice is off. Compute. We are going to take runway 20 out of here. All right, we can go all the way up to 50, and look at the margin on that puppy. So we will use 50. We'll go straight up on the 50. On the cell temp, perfect. That's why you do it, because you want to see your margin. We have 3,400 feet, 1.1 on the EPR. That's pretty good. Yeah, Steve said, maybe they just look better. The Oilers look horrible. Yeah, the Oilers are not playing their game. We understand that. I mean, last year they dominated. I think they'll come up with their stride. It's just a matter of when that's going to happen. All right, flaps 5.5. We're good. Let's dial that in now. Let's get the flap dialed. And we'll plug that into the FMC. Flaps coming in. We've got a CG of 14.4. Oh, man. By the way, I've got 2 of my butt kickers working now. So I'm feeling it in the seat here. And we're doing a flap at 5.5. So flaps coming in at 5.5. 5.5 on the flap right there. By the way, if I screw something up, you guys are there to tell me, right? You got to tell me if I'm screwing something up. How's that? And while that does that, I'm going to go whoop, come down here. Let's get this to 5. Doing 2 things at once. 5.5, 5.5 right there. There's dial a flap. We're going to squeeze all the performance we can out of this aircraft. 2,000 right there. It is on standby. 122.8 coming in on the back end here. And we'll get Cliff going for a briefing, and we're going to rock and roll here. Those are open. That's on 0. That's on 0. That is off. R2 are up. That's good. All right, we got a good jet. No stickers, no MELs. We have maintenance look at it already. I'll set that. We'll get our lighting set. We'll get our nest all ready to go. Speed 147. That's V2, so you want to throw in your V2 speed right there. Good. That's on 15. Altitude in this particular configuration, we're going to go Edmonton 2 outbound here. Altitude is 6,000 feet. We're going to have to climb higher than that, obviously. But initial, we're going to go ahead and set that. You've got that right there, set and set. I'm going to hit takeoff, go around. Boop. You see takeoff on the FMA. That's perfect. You should see that. Want to make sure we're good. Art switch coming down. Flip that off. We're going to go takeoff flex, and we're going to drive this number to 50. We're going to go all the way up. Plenty of margin as well. And what that does is it helps the wear and tear in the engine, so you're not going full power the whole time. All right, I am ready except for our speeds. 132, 138. 132, we'll drop that right there. 138, we'll drop that right there. And last but not least, 147. I'll drop that right there. Okay. Looking good. We'll go to legs. And I'm just going to leave. I mean, we could go route data and just program one wind, but you can see it's already calculated. It's such a short flight, folks, that I have a hard time even doing that. All right. Let's go. Let's go run the checklist. Let's get Cliff going. All right, Cliff, wake up, buddy. Pre-start check below the line, please.
Covers and pins.
Removed.
Aircraft log and documents.
Checked on board.
Altimeters.
30.23 set. 30.23 set. Set and check.
Fuel, oil, hydraulic quantities.
Set. Checked.
0 fuel weight.
Set.
TRP.
50 takeoff flex.
Stabilizer.
0.6 set.
Flaps takeoff selector.
Stowed.
Speed bugs.
Set.
Pre-start check below the line completed.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
All right, folks. What we're going to do is, like I said, we're right here. We're going to get a de-ice before we do anything. We'll call for the de-ice truck. We'll go ahead and get some de-icing. We'll come over here. We'll taxi down this. We'll fire up 2 engines today. Right down to Bravo, straight out on 20. They're doing some construction over here, so be careful. And then we're out of here on 20. Straight out on the runway heading, climb to 6,000, and that is it. Okay, looks like taxiway S2 restricted aircraft with wingspan less than 118 feet or less, and that's us. That's fine. We don't have a 118-foot wingspan. It's actually a little smaller than that. And everything else on the charts, nothing really going on. In terms of paperwork, we looked at our paperwork, our NOTAMs before. I'll try dispatch again, see if he's on. We'll see. He may or may not be on. We'll check it out. So we've got, like I said, flight 5803 here. We've got fuel, looks good. Everything else looks good. I've already signed the paperwork. We're going to come all the way down here, look at the NOTAMs. I already checked everything. By the way, all this paperwork that you see here is going to be on our members section in our Discord channel and on Patreon. So if you're a patron, you'll be able to download it, or if you're a patron and you just want to go on Discord, you can download it there too. So there's a whole bunch of places. And if you're a member, you can download it, a YouTube member. So check that out. All right, we're done. Any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Let's talk about threats. What's one of the big threats here at this juncture? Does anybody have any threats they'd like to go over before we go? Cliff. I know you're going to say that. I know you're going to say Cliff. Cliff is a threat for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get a de-ice. So I'm going to go to type 1. We're going to call for de-icing equipment. I let the folks know in the back, hey, we're going to have to de-ice the aircraft. We're going to click additional services, and we're going to request de-ice. Now on the MD-80, we should get our stabilizer all the way down. So I'm going to trim that stabilizer all the way down. Maybe check sure that Cliff didn't sneak any beers into the rink. Yep. So what we're doing is we're bringing the stabilizer all the way down, and we're going to get some de-icing going here. The reason why you want to do that is when they shoot de-icing fluid on the stabilizer here at 0, you can see you don't want it to run down into the... You can see how the stabilizer's up. Now they don't actually hit this with de-icing. They should. In real life they would. But these guys are going to stop right here. We're going to take a time, and they're going to say ready for de-icing, and we're going to come in the cockpit and then write down our time. Okay, so I'm going to be prepared for that. Okay, we're going to go type 1. That's what we want to do. And we're going to do 75% type 1. 4:15 on the time. So I'm going to write that down. 0415. They'll call us back when they're ready. So they're going to start de-icing the aircraft. What we would do is we would take down, you can see they're spraying the wings. You would take down the time right now and go that route. And the reason why they do this is because you got to time it, because the fluid only stays on the wings for so long before it degrades. And you have to, it's called hot time or holdover time. Now, in this particular example, we don't have to worry about holdover times much because we're just getting the frost off the wing. That's all we're trying to do. Right? If it was snowing, we would really be concerned about hot times. We wouldn't do type 1. We would definitely do type 4, and then we'd have probably a 15-minute window, 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the intensity of the snow, how much snow's coming down, all that stuff. And you can see they're just going to be spraying the wings, making sure it's clean. We have a good clean wing here to deal with, and they're done. So when they say they're done, we're going to write the time again. It looks like just a minute it took us. So just another little thing that we do at Coastal, which we simulate very well. De-icing is complete. Good, thank you. I am going to do it over here on the aircraft as well. So we're just going to click ground de-ice, and we're just telling the actual aircraft, because I don't know if GSX actually de-iced the thing. So we've got it. Once we're done here, looks like the doors are closed. Maybe they are. And we're going to go ahead and get a push. How's that? One last thing I want to do is take a look at our dispatcher before we take off. Let's see. All right, let's call up our dispatch really quick. Maybe they hear me, maybe they don't. We'll see. Dispatch, flight 5803.
Go ahead. Flight 53. Or sorry, 5083. Go ahead. Operations.
Just letting you know, we are definitely lighter than anticipated on the paperwork. So hopefully that's right. We're at 102,000 on the zero fuel instead of 105.
Give me a second.
So it should be good on the burn.
Let's see.
So we had an 8,200 pound total in terms of bags and cargo.
Okay.
I might have told you wrong.
Let me see. Maybe I took in some other numbers.
No, it's definitely me, not you.
All right. So what's the updated payload?
It should be 8,200 total on the bags and the cargo, plus
Okay.
the 60 passengers, and I think they're 185 each,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm guessing. I think that's the MD-80 does 185 per pax. So
Give me a second. Let me try to figure it out. Because I put 8,200 pounds on the freight, but I guess it didn't
yeah,
upload it correctly.
no. What it does is SimBrief will automatically load the passengers plus the freight. So
Mm-hmm.
SimBrief takes. I have it set on SimBrief in our with our aircraft that it does 185 plus 50 pounds per passenger, because it's 60 passengers times 50. That gives us 3,000, and that's what we need for the cargo and stuff. Not the cargo, but the baggage, like the equipment.
I see.
It's about 3,000 pounds. So that's why. So if you put 8,200 in freight, it'll
Revert.
it'll calculate too
Uh,
high. Yeah. So you got to take that in
I see.
consideration. I forgot to tell you. That's like
Yeah,
I said,
no
it's
worries.
my fault.
No worries. Let me see. I can put it to the payload. That would pop up as 8,200 total payload if you're fine with that. But I guess that would not be very
Yeah,
accurate.
hold on. Let's do this. So
Uh,
60, 185. We're looking. Okay, so passenger load is 11,100 pounds, right?
11,100
Yeah.
pounds. Yep.
Plus
Plus
the
8,200
3,000. Yeah.
plus 3,000.
No.
So
It's just
22. Oh, sorry.
it's just 8,200.
Plus 8,200 would
19,000.
be 19.3.
That's right.
All right, I'll update the flight plan. I'll send it over to you.
Or you just want me to amend it and I'll sign it?
Yeah, that works too.
All right. I'm just gonna sign the payload. And it's good that it's a little lighter because it's going to be better on the burn anyway. If it was heavier,
For
it'd be
sure.
a problem, but because
For
we're
sure. I
lighter,
was
we should
looking
be good.
over. I was looking over some weather en route.
Uh-huh.
On Airway Q60 from Andy to NADP points,
Uh-huh.
you're going to see some light turbulence at 34,000 and between 34,000 and 38,000. Should be clear after that.
So you're pretty good still good into Vancouver?
Yep.
All right.
Coming up again.
And what altitude did you see the turbulence at, do you know? 30.
Pops up to 34 and between 34 and 38.
Okay.
And you see some below as well at the 22. So that's over the Edmonton FR by the Yankee Romeo Mike VR, Rocky Mountain. And into your arrival, you're gonna see some light turbulence at flight level 100 at Merritt, up until right up about
There.
15 miles before Booth.
All right, still good. Yep, there I see it. And we're still landing the 2.8s, it looks like. 2.6s.
Let me pull that up again.
I looked at the weather, just brief. It looks like we're going to be landing would it be better for us? It's going to be quicker. Landing westbound.
They're currently calm. They're using runway 26 right on.
Right. Cool.
Now they have the ILS operational on 26 right.
Good deal. All right. Are you going to be standing by?
Yep, I'll be here.
All right. Call me if you need me, and I'll call you if I need you.
For sure. As for Edmonton winds, currently 120 at 4. The direct crosswind for runway 2002. So you could use 20 if there's no air traffic controller.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I'd rather that just a straight shot.
Yep, for sure.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll see you.
All right. Looks like we got a good jet. We'll see you. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bye. All right, so that was our dispatcher. He's applied, he's hired. He took a couple weeks to go through the dispatching training, It's really essentially our manuals. All right, let's go ahead and call GSX. I'm going to get a pushback here, and let's go. I am ready to go. Prepare for push. And then we're going to tall this. Any questions?
No questions.
Before start check.
Parking brakes.
Set.
Doors.
Closed.
Startup and pushback clearance.
Approved. All right, folks. So seatbelts coming on for sure. Charlotte, how are you? Charlotte Legree. What's going on, man?
Before
Hopefully
start
you're
check
well.
completed, ready for engine start.
All right, I'm sure you are, Cliff. Seatbelts coming on. Especially with Cliff in the airplane. All right, there she goes. She's walking to put the pin in. Sorry, guys, we're getting out a little late. That's all right. Like I said, normally I kind of like to get the stuff ready to go for you, so you don't have to wait. But in this particular case, with all of the, dang it, that'll work. Any questions? Hey, John, what's up, man? John says, good evening. Hopefully you're well, John. We're ready to go here. We're going to get a pushback. We already got de-iced. They're locking the gear up. Shocks are off the aircraft. Here we go. Timer is set. 0425 Zulu. It's pretty darn late here. Course out of here in Edmonton. It's going to be 200. Heading, I'm sorry. Man. Okay, we want to go, you know, I might want to just do a quick edit and just edit myself, just because the last time, yeah, GSX kind of likes to push us. That'll be good. Right there, that'll be a good spot. Yeah. Due to icing conditions, stand by. Brakes are off. Let's go on the push. 0425 on the clock, folks. All right. Time out. 0425, right? Man, I got two butt kickers like I was talking about before, and I couldn't use both of them at the same time because there was issues. But I can now, and because they have a beta going, and I have them both on. I have them both on. Let me tell you something. I could feel it in my seat. It's awesome. All right, now we got to cross our fingers that the stupid track IR works. That's the next thing I really want to do, is make sure track IR is working. And if I could find the right, there we go. Okay. I am going to start both engines. Let's go over here. Let's go to performance. We're going to need that for landing. All right, Cliff, wake up, buddy. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Start right engine.
Starting right engine. Right start valve open. N2, oil pressure.
Set brakes, brakes set. There you go.
N1. Fuel on.
Fuel's coming on. Timer it. Timer's on. Got light off.
Fuel flow. EGT. Right start valve closed.
Bush flying tonight. That's awesome. Good. Wow, I feel that in my seat. Whoa.
Stabilizing.
Holy crap. Okay.
Stabilized.
We are definitely going to have to get the lighting right when we go. Before we go, let's shut that off. Good engine. Let's go and fire number 1. Start left engine.
Engine anti-ice on.
Start left engine. Start left engine.
Starting left engine. Starting left engine. Starting left engine.
Oh my gosh. What the heck, man? What are you doing? Gosh. This guy is such a bonehead. Start left engine, fool. I got no rotation on the left engine. Come on, Cliff. All right, buddy. What are you doing?
Left start valve open.
There we go.
N2. Oil pressure.
Cliff's screwing up already. I don't like it.
N1.
N1. All right, we're going to go ahead and light off here.
Fuel on.
Fuel on. Timer up.
Fuel flow. EGT. Left start valve closed.
This guy's nuts. Cliff just took those magic shrooms from one Alaska pilot. Oh, man.
Stabilizing. Stabilized.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight.
Oh,
Left start
man.
valve open. N2.
Oh.
Oil pressure. N1. Fuel on. Fuel flow.
Oh,
EGT.
jeez.
Left start valve closed.
What are you talking about, bro? They're already started. I got to turn this on. He's going to kill me. This guy's going to kill me. I got to make sure we're good to go. Galley's coming on. What a nut.
Stabilizing. Stabilized.
Should I even...
Left start valve open. N2.
What are
Oil
you
pressure.
talking
N1.
about?
Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Left start valve closed.
Oh, you got a problem. All right, Cliff, are you done, dude? Like, I'm scared. All right, we got good start, Cliff. It's okay.
Stabilizing.
Oh,
Stabilized.
jeez. It's okay. I don't know if you're not stable. What are you doing? You're flipping switches. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, APU's coming off now. Holy smokes. Man. Oh boy. Alright, looking on the left side, looking right, looking left, volts looking good. Alright, good deal. Spiking on that a little bit. Gens are looking good. That's going to come off. That's on. That's off. I got to make sure this guy's good. That's good. I'm double checking him just because I don't trust a word he just said to me. So yeah, that's why. There's something about Cliff today I just don't like. I don't know what he's doing. All right.
Thank you for your attention.
Left ice, spot alert. I'm just going to throw the engine anti-ice on. Got plenty of runway. After start check.
Ignition.
Off.
Electrical loads.
Checked.
Air conditioning supply.
Auto.
Galley power.
On.
Ice protection panel.
Set. Engine anti-ice on.
Pneumatic crossfeed valve levers.
Closed.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Hydraulic pumps and pressure.
Checked. Set and checked.
Annunciator panel.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Removed.
All clear signal.
Received.
Flaps, slats.
Checked. Checked. Set and checked.
After start check completed.
Buffer. Set and checked.
After start check completed.
Buffering. How we 0 again? Yeah, this is not good with the buffering thing. It's coming back, folks. Hang on.
Set.
What are you? He set it to point 0.9. Yeah, hang on. I know we're buffering. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We're back on. Sorry about that. I've got to call my ISP because I've got a dedicated line for this, so that shouldn't happen. I shouldn't be buffering. Sorry, we should be good now, though. Are we out of the buffering deal? That co-pilot's like Alaska off-duty pilot. Don't forget, Cliff is moonlighting Spirit this summer. It's nuts, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are cleared on the left.
We are clear on the right.
Taxi check.
Fuel heat.
Not required.
Flaps and slats.
5.5 degrees. Set check. Set and checked.
Bugs and TRP.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
No changes.
Takeoff briefing.
Performed.
ATC flight guidance systems and nav aids.
Set and checked.
FMS.
Preflight completed.
APU air and master switch.
Both off.
Brake temperature and pressure.
Set. Checked.
Taxi check completed.
All right, you bonehead. My plane. So just drop some of this flood out here just a little bit. Not too much. I like a little light, not a ton. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to do flood just a little on this side. Not too much, though. All right, here we go. Brakes off. Cliff, you crazy guy. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn over here. Now, I've got left and right FOD alert. Totally understand that, by the way. Okay, lights coming on. Bink. Let's call them up. 122.8. Edmonton traffic. Riptide 5803. Taxi runway 20 Edmonton via Bravo. We're away. Guys, we're going to have to babysit Cliff today. This is going to be really a fun flight. You guys are going to love this. This guy's already screwing up big time. Holy smokes, we're in a real conundrum with this guy. What's this car doing? All right, I'll follow you there, Haas. How's that? Wow, I'm feeling it, guys. Woo! All right, you know what this means? You guys ready? Chutes on. Here we go. I'm going to put them on now. That's one less thing I have to think about, especially with Cliff doing his thing, trying to kill us already. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good, folks. All right, chutes on in the chat. Here we go. Oh, man. My belt's all over the place. Hawaii. Look at Hawaii. Cliff was hitting. Jeffrey says, Cliff's hitting the spliff. I'm sure he was. Oh, no. Alright, guys. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to do one more thing before we depart. I've got to get SimLink running. I don't know. I've got to shut it off. Cliff. Oh my gosh. Alright, there's Kilo. You see we're going pretty fast. I'm going to tap the brakes right now and just test it. And you know, you see the annunciator says you've got left FOD alert, right FOD alert. Well, it's letting us know that there's icing potentially present. We do know that. That's why we hit it with Type 1 already. So we de-iced the aircraft. There's nothing on the airplane right now. The stab trim set. No, dude. I got so sidetracked. Just unbelievable. Good job. That's what you guys are here for. That's what you guys are here for. You're here to bail me out when I'm completely thinking about another thing. Thank you. That was awesome. We're going to stop the aircraft. We'll set their trim first, and then we'll get our SimLink running. Good save, buddy. Good save. Let's just make sure I got that brake set pretty good. Yep, okay. Down on the trim. That could kill you, by the way, if you don't have your trim set, especially that far down. All right, trim is set. Good job. One last thing I'm going to do before I set up. I want to just check SimLink really quick. It should work. And I think what happened was... there we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and install the update. I'll go over here. I'll just see if I can install it with the sim on. I don't know if I can. We'll try it. Let's see if we can do it. SimLink. Yes. I'm just going to install SimLink really quick. Just updated. Just got to make sure it's running. Okay, I know. Click finish. Okay. Let's see if we got it. Yep. Okay, SimLink is running now. Okay, we got it. Copilot is fired. Yeah. You did an awesome job. I appreciate that, Israel. That was really, really, really good. You don't understand how... I'm sure you do understand. All right, let's do this. Checklist. Really quick. Cliff, should we even do this checklist right now with this guy? Gosh, I don't know. All right, let's do the cabin crew. I gotta call the cabin crew. Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff. Lineup check.
Cabin.
Secured.
Windows.
Left side closed.
Right side closed. Annunciator panel.
Checked.
Ignition.
Set to both. Both.
Air conditioning supply.
Auto.
Transponder set to TARA. Takeoff clearance.
Received.
Lineup check completed.
Ready. All right, folks, looking good on that side. I don't see anybody coming in on the right. We're good on the right. Fuel is 17.8. We got to go right now. I don't have time to sit there and dink around anymore. We're getting close to our minimums here. With Cliff dinking around. Let's call him up. Edmonton traffic, Riptide 5803, taking runway 20, departing south. Okay, we're going to take off straight out. Oh, man, I'm going to have to turn this to the... We have got to go night on this thing. No centerline lights? You got to be kidding me. I guess. Edmonton's got to have centerline lights. No way. Now I'm going to have to check on that. All right, here we go. Throttle's coming up. 1.4 in the EPR. Let's go. Lights coming on. All right, here we go. Auto throttle up. Toga. Toga set. And we're rolling. Take off thrust set. Clamp on.
80 knots.
Cross check.
V1.
Go.
Rotate.
Go. Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Oh, my seat. Oh, man. All right, we're going to bring it up about 20 degrees right there. All right, Cliffy. 200 on the heading. Heading select, please. All right, through 4,000. Let's go ahead and increase that speed. There we go, right there. Looking good right there. 200 knots. Okay, we're going to keep on the climb here. We're going to climb up to 20,000. Nice, beautiful night, folks. All right, Cliff, you ready for flaps? Climb thrust coming up. Climb thrust is set. Gonna start getting some airspeed back. There we go. Looking good. We're handing to Andy. We're gonna go nav set. So we're gonna check our nav. Whoa, what's the throttle rolling back for on me? I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna go nav, VNav set. And then I'm gonna go to the nav right there. And let's go ahead and clean up the aircraft. Just a minute. Let's go click nav. Flaps up. Engage autopilot.
Alt hold is engaged.
Negative. Autopilot on.
Autopilot 1 is on.
Slacks retract.
Speed checked. Slats are extended.
Slats retract. Retract slats. I got it. Diphead. Climb check.
Slats retract.
Climb check. Climb check. All right, through 10,000 feet. We're increasing our speed.
Set. We need to slow down a bit first.
What are you talking about? Climb check. Climb check. Cliff, I'm telling you right now, you're a dimwit. You're killing me. All right, we've got tracks on. This coming off. I'll do my own stinking climb check because this guy's an idiot. I mean, really, guy? It's going to be one of those nights, Cliff. Okay, that's off. That's off. What a dimwit. All right, we're in the clouds right now. I'm just checking my windshield wipers. Making sure we're not icing up. We're popping through these clouds right now. That's good. Through 12,000, we've got the speed. We're going right to Andy. Direct to Andy. Here we go. Man, what a dimwit today. I don't know. Should we just fire him? Get them all together and just be done with him, this guy? Beautiful night. Look at that. That's pretty. All right, we're through 10. Let's go ahead and call him up. I don't know what is going on with my dog. My dog is not happy right now. Jeez. All right, I still got engine anti-ice on as it's, what, -4? I might even have to put the wings on. We'll see how it goes. Right now, we're pretty much out of the stuff. So we're just, we'll keep the engine anti-ice on until we get through the tops of these. We're through 15,000. It's pretty good. I'm going to stop the clock. Climb check. Arm navigation.
Navigation is armed.
Select climb power. Engage VNav. Climb check. Cliff, you're an idiot. All right. Belts are off. This guy is something else, folks. I mean, if he's trying to kill us, which I think he is, I think we could do better without him, to be honest with you. I would really love shared cockpit in this thing. That would be awesome. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to throw off the engine anti-ice now. We don't need them. We'll go ahead and throw that off and throw that off. Both valves are closed. Through 18,000. Let's see if we can get them to do a transition. Transition.
Fuel quantity.
Cancel checklist.
Roger.
Transition. You're okay, dude. I got it. You just go there and you read your book, okay? How's that? I'll fly the airplane. It's all right. 29902. What good are you for? Somebody tell me what good Cliff does. Does Cliff do any good, or is it just he's just there to make me mad all the time? Like what is his primary function? Does anybody know? Yep, sounds really sleepy. Activate FO ejector seat. Oh man. Subbed. Thank you. Taran Kamar Indian Railworks. How are you? Sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the sub, man. I'm sorry I didn't hear it because he keeps you awake. Yeah, no crap. My grandmother would be a better FO than Cliff. It's probably true. Oh, this guy is nuts, man. He's crazy. Like, I don't know what to do with this guy. Do we keep him? Fire him? I don't know. I mean, if we didn't have Cliff, what entertainment would that be? Cliff, you're supposed to turn the lights off at 18,000. Now I'm dead because my stinking, I'm going to be told on. All right, I got the lights too, buddy. Why don't you just, big guy, why don't you just hang out and do nothing? How's that? Just sit there on your side, okay? Did you do anything? At least you shut the yard off for me. Appreciate that. Or you turned it on, I mean. Gosh. Ah, you guys. Serenity now. Anyway, look how beautiful it is out there. Let's go ahead and try to get a VOR. Let's get the Rocky Mountain House VOR 114.3. We're going to be getting close to that. I'll give you an update on the weather in Vancouver. If somebody wants to throw that in the chat, that would be great. Cliff is there to get paid and not do anything. It's about sounds right. He's your Dwight Schrute. Dwight Schrute. Yes, Andy, he is. How are you, by the way? This guy's crazy. Anyway, you can see out in the distance. It's beautiful. We got the mountains coming up. Retired firefighter, what is up? How are you? Hello, welcome aboard. Jeffrey says not more than 2 hours, I would think. No, Shelton, the flight is about an hour and 30 minutes, and I'll tell you right now what we're looking at. I'll give you an update on the time. I show when we get to Vancouver right now about 385 nautical miles away, so we're looking at just about an hour. How's that? Before we're actually on the ground. So in an hour from now, we'll be touching down or touched down already. So you could figure descent is going to be in approximately, oh, I'd say maybe 30 minutes, and we'll top of descent coming out. About 1 hour, 13-minute flight time or so. Yeah, that's about what the paperwork said. And Sean, I believe we're parking the same spot we did last year, right? On that, what is that, on the south side? If I remember correctly, all the way to the south side. Did we get a weather update? Sean, can you put the METAR in there for me? I don't think it changed much, but I got to get a drink after this guy. Here comes some water. Here, Cliff, why don't you take a nap, Cliff? Why don't you go to sleep? Just go to sleep right there. You haven't done anything, any. What did you do? Throw 4 switches? What a clown. He's done nothing. I mean, the man, he's done nothing. He's about as useless as a 3-legged guard dog. And that is even probably better than he is at this point. And he says, I must need to brush up on my Canadian geography. I thought this was a much longer flight. You know, I did too, but it's really not. It's an hour and 30 minutes from, and it's weird because the Rangers started in Seattle, so they really should have went Seattle, Vancouver, Edmonton, or Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, home. They didn't do that, probably because of whatever. But 88 miles to go before we hit that VOR. Looks like we're good on the fuel. Flaps are up. I want to make sure Cliff did his thing and he actually shut the pumps off. Did he turn on the... Yes, good. He got the sync on. That's good. Did he turn off the hydros? Nope, he didn't. What up? Dude. Really, guy? Dork. And that's why you always have to double check his work, because he's terrible. Yep, it's the FB on the south side. Good deal. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for joining, hanging out with us on this interesting flight with Cliff and his stupidity. And folks, the Rangers are just... Let me tell you what, they won yesterday 3-0. I'm going to have to turn that light off when we start descending or something because it's too bright in my eye. Cal, also will be doing PDX Seattle, Vancouver tomorrow. Mafa will be, thankfully, not be Cliff in the ATR. There you go. All right, guys, we've got 35 for 36, 1,000 to go. We'll be checking that, making sure the airplane does its thing. We're going to have to get to cruise. I'll throw the cruise Zeeper on right now. Bingo. And then we'll go ahead and get some weather. Maybe get some weather radar in there. Jason, are you doing CPT tomorrow? No, no, no way. Across the pond, something's burning. Somebody's got a campfire or something going on outside. Either that or I'm on fire. I got the window open, so I might have to shut the window because it's pretty nasty. Yeah, I smell it bad. That's all right. It smells like a campfire in here now, which is not the worst thing in the world. All right, we're at 36,000 feet. Power's coming back on the aircraft. We are now cruising. Should be cruising about 0.77, so I'm going to verify that. All right, what's our, let's see what our cruise says.
Pull up.
Hey, thanks.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Ah,
Right.
there's the sub. Wow, that was late. That was really late. 0.77, we're going to throw that on the speed. Select that. Here it comes, the speed. Yeah, it had us at 0.75, so we're going to punch that up a little bit, go 0.77 and cruise. Thanks for the sub. That's awesome. Appreciate that. That was a little late, though. You probably did that a while ago. Sean says, excited about all the new scenery releases announcement lately? Yes. So check this out, folks. We got, this week we're flying into Winnipeg. The new Winnipeg scenery we're buying, so you'll see that. Members will see that, I think. I don't know next week. I don't have my schedule with me, Sean. Next week, are we slotted to fly next Friday? We will anyway. I just don't know if it's going to be an NHL flight or not. We'll have to see. All right, we just passed Rocky Mountain. We're behind it. We've got 24 miles in. After at Napi, we'll go ahead and check this aircraft out. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood here. It's cold. Does he still got my logo lights on? Gosh, what is this guy doing? He does. Has he done anything right? No. What a nice livery, huh? Honestly, what a pretty airplane. Good stuff. All right. Jeffrey says, channel is steadily headed toward 1,000. Oh, yeah. And Cal, we've got Minneapolis. We do fly to MSP, I believe, next month. Coming up. And he says, whoa, be my neighbor. What? Won't you be my neighbor? Is that from, isn't that from Mr. Rogers? I can't remember. I think so. Yeah, some really good scenery is releasing. We got Minneapolis, St. Paul, which we're buying from Flight Beam. That just came out. We're definitely getting the new Winnipeg. We're going to be actually going to Winnipeg this week. We've got a flight this week scheduled. Let's see. We play tomorrow. The Rangers play Vancouver. And then we're off to Winnipeg. So we've got Vancouver to Winnipeg, and we fly that flight. They're scheduled to depart tomorrow. So we're going to fly that. That'll be a private stream. So for members and patrons, I will stream that. It's going to be a late one. So, figure like 10, 11 o'clock because I want to watch the game. So I'm going to try to stream that up to Winnipeg. I might, if I can't stream it, what I will do is film it. So was that okay? Did you guys watch the film from, we filmed it from Calgary up to Edmonton. And by the way, if we did have a engine failure right now, we would have a problem with drift down. Potentially, we're looking at tops of mountainsides here. Right around 14,400. So if we lost pressurization on the aircraft, you could not go down to 10,000 feet, which is breathable altitude, because you're going to run inside of a mountain. So you've got to be very careful. And by the way, I do have a video about that very thing in the 737. It's really going to be a fun one. It should I'll get it out to my members first. You'll see it for about a good week before I release it. But that's going to release next month, a couple weeks actually. I kind of show you what it's like to have a rapid decompression, and you got to really be concerned about the mountains. It looks like we're getting some turbulence here like was forecasted. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the seatbelts. Maybe we can get out of this. It is an absolutely beautiful night out here. It's just clear air stuff. So let's go ahead and throw that on. Seatbelts are on. And that's it. I'll give you a time check. We'll get the weather. Did somebody get the weather for Vancouver yet? In the chat, if you could put the METAR in there, it'd be perfect, so I don't have to type it in. It'd be fantastic. And if not, I can always do this. Airports, Vancouver. Is there anybody hitting me up? No. Okay. Dispatcher is good, looking good here. The weather in Vancouver. What did John say? You know I'm proud of you, Cliff. I'm really am. I love it. All right, thank you, Nightbot, hooking it up. Vancouver METAR is reporting. I appreciate that, Andy. Let's see here. 350 at 2 knots, 15 miles visibility, few clouds at 13, 4 over 2, 3046. Oh, yeah, that's looking really good. Good on the METAR. That's excellent. So I might have to slow down 0.76 if we can get out of these. If we can't get out of the bumps, we're going to have to really slow the aircraft down. Looks like we're pretty much out of it. Look at how pretty these mountains are. Man, it's pretty. It's snow-capped, covered. They did get a lot of snow here. Yeah, we're going to have to back down. We're just going to have to back this down to 0.76. So we'll fly 0.76 for a little bit, just until we're out of the turbulence. Or we can decide to descend or climb. Well, we can't climb really too much because we're almost there, to tell you the truth. So we'll fly at 0.76, which is turbulent penetration speed for now, and I'll take a look at the turbulence forecast. We're just pretty much out of it right now. I'll show you. It's low, but our turbulence forecast here, and I got to turn this down. I just blew my rods out. Where are we? There we go. You could see this right here. We are approximately right in this neighborhood. We're just kind of getting out of that. We're at 340. It's not really forecasted high up here, at least this time. Let's see, we got 303. Not too bad, at least not forecasted. 30,000 it is. That's kind of where we're going to get into that bumpers. Canuck 5 is right here. We hit Booth, Vitep, Stave. We're going to check that right now. 12,000, 92 and 12. And then GoPad, Mogus at 7. And then I really want the runway on the south side, if we can get it. 26 left is what I want to shoot for. I think 26 right was closed, if I'm not mistaken, on the... I'm trying to remember the NOTAMs. I believe we had a closure on the runway. All right, today's is 8 left. We got that. Eight right is unusable on the ILS, so we don't have to worry about that. ILS 26 left is unusable, so we're not going to fly an ILS into 26 left. It's unusable. All right. That's effective today, duration 3 days. So what we're going to do is probably fly an RMP approach into there with visual. So no ILS into 26 left. Okay, looks like once we can land 26 left, we'll kind of roll out here. Get off on this one. We can go Alpha 4. And then we're right in, I remember this from last year. We're kind of right in this range, right, Sean? Like, we're going to park right in this weird conundrum area. I remember it last year was so wonky. I was like, where are we going to go? It was like right here or something. I kind of go off of Alpha in this little area, if I'm not mistaken. If you can verify that, Sean, it'd be great. All right, that's what we're going to do. Alpha 4, nice landing here. Take off, just turn on Alpha 4, go to Alpha, and then right there, we'll be in like Flynn. Okay, Andy says, Cal said, better not give Cliff controls. I won't, trust me. These mountains may be the most majestic in North America. It's pretty amazing. They're beautiful, aren't they? It's a shame I'm looking out front here. Look at how pretty these are. Really nice. LT1 Monty. Hello, Captain. Great aircraft. It is. It is a beautiful airplane. Once you get it tamed, it's a real nice airplane to fly. It's a time machine, tell you the truth. That's what we're in. We're taking you back into time in the 80s, you know, and obviously the 2000s too. I mean, this airplane was incredible. It is a workhorse. I was looking at American Airlines timetables in the 90s. Talk about maybe 96. No, 2001. I mean, half of the fleet was MD-80s. I mean, half of the American airline fleet was this aircraft. It's pretty wild. Yep, right below Alpha. Okay. Woof. Did you hear a dog? Because I can't hear anything. That's awesome. Yeah, Cliff is definitely not getting control. So we got a little, that's a little city over there off the wing here. And I believe, let's see what city that is. That would be pretty cool to take a peek at. You can see it just tucked off in there. There's probably a beautiful skiing area. Let's see what we got. That would be, I'm gonna have to zoom way down in there and check that out. Where are you? Where is that? Off my, I think that's gonna be, is that Tupper Glacier? Looking off the left wing. That's probably what that is. Tupper Glacier area, maybe. Off the left wing, we're looking at, trying to get a city. It's a little city over there. Can't really pinpoint it. Hard to see. We're going through a whole bunch of glaciers. But that's called Tupper Glacier, kind of out off the wing over here somewhere. You can see that little city to the back. Now we are approaching a river area, or kind of a river system. Majestic Mountain, this is called. Glacier National Park we're entering. On the north side of it. Jeffrey B says, I got a ride in the summer of 2019 on an American Airlines, and they're all gone by the fall. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's crazy. I had the pleasure actually working around it and on it. And I got injured on one. That was a fun story, let me tell you that. Don't ever try to push an MD-80 tire out of an MD-80 belly. It's stupid. Doesn't work. Think of a tire, right? An MD-80 tire is huge, and it was completely on the belly of the aircraft. So it was a spare tire, and we had to get it out. They shipped it up to our station, and I could not get this thing to even move, right? Because obviously it's on metal. So you have a tire on metal. The friction is insane. I'm sitting there trying to horse kick it just to even move it. Like, I couldn't even budge the tire. That's how crazy it was. This is getting into some bumps, man. I can't get a smooth ride here so far, so unfortunately, passengers are going to have to deal with this until we could descend, maybe. I'm not really painting it on my side. Maybe 380s, the higher the worse it is, but I'm going to keep it at that. Anyway, what happened was we had to get this is how bad it was. We had to get a forklift to get this thing out of the belly of the aircraft because it was just stuck.
Pull up.
Couldn't move.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, what's
wind
up,
shear.
LT
Bank rate.
Montebelieve? Thank you for the sub. That's awesome. I'm just hearing that now. I don't know if you heard that. It's probably a way delay on that. But appreciate the sub. Thanks for checking in, man. Good on you. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself, enjoying the stream. We try to do it right, this channel. And we learn something, we have fun. Hopefully we hit all those three things already for you guys. Okay, and Ebry, maybe. 115.2. So let's go plug right there. We'll do 1152. Let's take a look at our RMI. 40 miles, pretty much off the wing right now. It's 39 miles. Which is weird because it should be that way, not that way. Unless the tail, nope. Okay, see, that's weird. We're on the right track. Let's take a look at our progress in a burn here. Top of descent, 123 miles to go, so let's get going on this. Jeffrey says, BWI DFW, backbreaking. In Atlanta, you get sent to Narrowbody Alley as a punishment as a ramper. That's so true. Oh, man. Woof, woof for the Mad Dog. I got it. Yeah. That's right. You know what we should do? Does anybody know the first American airline flight in the Mad Dog? Does anybody know off the top of their head what it is? Gosh, look at our fuel temp, guys. -8, -6. We're not even cold soaking it yet. Shoot. So let me get going on the calculations for descent to make sure everything is good to go and we are programmed. So we're going to pull up the Canuck 5 and let's go to our legs page, make sure that's good to go. We've got Booth coming up. No, we don't. Yeah, Booth is coming up there. We don't have to descend until Stave. At Stave, max 230 knots, which it says that. 9,200 on the top end. Excuse me, 9,200 above. We've got to be below 12,000 feet. Then we got GoPad at 9,000. I'm looking at my chart too. Mogus at 7,000 and above. Then we've got Obot. How do you say that? Obtot above 5,000. And then we have Saved above 3,000. Yep, and that's where I want to go in. We're not going to take the ILS runway 26 left just because we can't. It's out of service. So what we are going to do is see if we can't get an RMP in there on the 26 left. We've got an RNAV. Yeah, we're going to go do the RNAV into the airport. So let's go click here. We're going to go next page. And I want to go the RNAV 26 left right there. Select that. I'm just not going to, the transitions, I'm just going to leave. There's a transition called Saved. Can I get that transition? 26 left, I can't. So let's just go to legs page. Before you hit execute, you want to make sure you're good to go. There's Staved. Staved, that's really confusing. There's a Staved and a Save. Hello? Saved right there, 3,000 and Dudam. Okay, that's what we. Okay, let's sync that up. That's good. We'll execute it. Bink. Done. All right, I'm good with that. Let's go back to our legs page. Let's check this puppy out. Back to progress. We've got 98 miles, top of descent. We're good to go on the descent. I would, by the way, be calling the passengers back there and let them know sorry for the ride. There's nothing we can do. I can't descend on it. It's just typical normal mountainous terrain stuff. Look at how pretty this is out there. It's gorgeous. All right. Oliver, I don't know why. Oliver, what's going on? Is it around midnight? The airplanes will fly over the ocean at LAX. Yep. That's cool. Were you on the jump seat? Nice. Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, let's talk about the Ranger game. If you guys saw the Ranger game, they played Edmonton last night, and obviously we're flying back from Edmonton. It was okay. They played an okay first period. I wasn't, again, not impressed. The thing about me is I want them to come out like full blast every game, right? They should be giving 110% every game and full tilt, and they don't do that. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen. But why I said, I'm like, man, they did good defensively. Don't get me wrong. It's just they weren't. I think they gave up too many odd-man rushes. Honestly, I saw 3 or 4 odd-man rushes. There shouldn't be 3 or 4 odd-man rushes. It should be 1 or 2 tops. If you have 2 odd-man rushes in an NHL game or less, your defense is playing optimal hockey. The problem is when you give up 3 or 4 or 5, I'm telling you, they're playing the 1-3-1 trap going on, but they didn't do it really well last night. Again, like if you ever watch the game, they dump the puck. The Edmonton goes and skates behind their net. They have possession of the puck. At that point, I understand forecheck. I get it. Don't get me wrong. You should have another player pull back, go to the blue line or close into the neutral zone with 3 other hockey players. And then 1 guy's in your defensive zone. All right? And the other guy, the center, is pressing the puck handler. Okay? But think this is what the Rangers do. Okay? So you've got the center drops into the O zone to forecheck. Okay? With the puck handler. Puck handler does a quick pass. Okay? Boom. It's on the stick of another defenseman. The problem is now you have that other guy who should have been in the neutral zone is now trapped in the offensive zone with the puck going the opposite direction. So right away I'm screaming at the TV. Like, you idiots, you got to get back. You have to play this trap correctly. Everybody's got to stay back. You got to stay back. Let them come to you and then converge. They're going to dump the puck in. That's when you intercept it, and that's when you transition to the rush to score. Okay, and then you set up your cycle or whatever you want to do. Anyway, that's kind of why I was like, man, too many on-man rushes. I wasn't a fan of that. They've trapped too many pinching on the defense, which, again, traps the defense, and it allows the other team to do an on-man rush. So you got to be really careful. And they're not really – you could tell they're not bought on to that 1-3-1 just yet. They're not there yet. They're just tiptoeing. Their offense is great. Don't get me wrong on that. I think their offense was good. But, you know, once they play a team like a Devils or a Bruins or something that is going to really test them, that's when we'll see. But because right now, honestly, their best game so far is Seattle. The Seattle game was amazing. They did the exact thing that you should have done. They got everybody in the neutral zone, played a nice trap. They're not skating all up and down the ice and burning their gas. And that's another thing Laviolette wants. He's like, why are you burning your gas? Why are you burning out of fuel here? You know, you're skating all over the place for what? I understand you got a forecheck. Totally understand. That's what the center does. But if there's no play, because the center's going to make one pass and then the puck's out of the zone. That's it. So you clog up the neutral zone. Don't let them go into the neutral zone, or they dump the puck. And then you take possession again. And that's when you transition to the rush. Anyway, they still need to work on it. That's kind of where I'm at. They didn't play a complete game. I thought they played good, but the coach noticed, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were sleeping a little bit. I mean, I got the same thing now. Pops, I'm like, yeah, you know, they're sleeping. They are sleeping. You could tell, you know, I just hate that. You know, come out, play a lockdown game, and then they've defended too much. Again, in the Calgary game, oh my gosh, that third period, you guys, when they played Calgary, they got trapped in the defensive zone for, 15 minutes? They were keeping everything to the outside, but you can't do that. Again, you're going to burn your goalie out because your goalie's getting tired. You're going to burn your defensive. You can't change. Oh, that was pathetic. That game was terrible. It was terrible. They still pulled the win off, but man, just barely. You can't sit on a lead. I hate when they do that. They're up on a lead. Well, go after it. Go. I want another 30, 40 shots on net in the third period. Because if you play enough offense, you don't have to play defense. And you know why? Because you're dominating the offensive zone. That's kind of what Peter Laviolette wants to see. You know, you hear him, he's like, we should have had 40, 50 shots in the third period. Nah, I'm just kidding. But he's like at least 15 or 20 in the third. Just pound on them. And that's what they should have done. They didn't do it. So, I don't know. They were not playing the neutral zone trap. I didn't think they were either. And I was like screaming, like, come on, play the trap. What are you doing? I mean, again, two people get caught low, and then the puck's gone. Reminiscent of last year. Okay, 42 nautical miles, folks. Top of descent coming up. We've got the RNAV programmed. Let me give you a brief on the approach, what we're going to do here. All right, let's get rid of that. We are going to go to here. We're going to go to here. And approach. 26 left. There. And we're going to be flying this. So basically we're going to go to saved, do them right into the airport. It's absolutely beautiful. Once we land, if we're lucky enough to get on the ground, like John says, what we'll do is we're going to taxi maybe down to Echo. Probably not. I'm going to try to land within the first 1,500 feet of the runway. I really want to spot land this thing. I really don't want to grease it in. I've been greasing it in the last, maybe that's what gives the Rangers luck. I keep greasing it in. I really want to spot land right. So if we could get a good positive landing, maybe, I just want to be within the first 1,500 feet of the runway, and then it's a good landing for me. All right, so I might have to do a little duck under. We'll see. I don't know. We could taxi out. We might get off on here on Alpha 4 to Alpha. We'll cross 3-1. Last year we came in on 8, and it was crap. I mean, I remember we auto land, but I didn't have the stupid auto land on, so I manually fan flew an ILS into like nothing. It was like 0 visibility last year. It was insane. I remember that. It was like so foggy. You guys remember that? It was terrible. It was so bad. All right, we'll taxi down through there at Alpha 4 and then zip through here. I'll definitely request 26 left. That's going to be better for us. Any questions on that? I wonder if I have time to go to the lab. Probably not. We got 40 miles to go. Jeffrey, does the NHL offer a direct streaming service? I use, and I think Pops uses it as well. I think we use ESPN Plus. It's $11.99 a month. You can get the NHL, I believe, Center Ice, and that's probably like $200-300 maybe for the whole year. But that's every game. So ESPN Plus doesn't have every game. They have a lot of games. But obviously at blackouts, I was so mad. The Rangers played the Coyotes, Phoenix, and I couldn't get the game. I was like, really? 12,200 pounds of fuel left. Yeah, they do. ESPN has a lot of games they do. So it's really up to your what cable company you have. I think that's what it comes down to. All right, folks. What do we want to see in Vancouver? Anything cool? How about a good approach for you? How about that? Can we give you a good approach? Let's, we're still in the bumps. I want to do something. Let's go to this really quick. I want to see if I can. Okay, just off of the right wing here, it's called a city called Merritt. Kind of bumpy, like I said. There's nothing we really can do. We kind of knew from Merritt that it was going to be a little bit more turbulent as we start coming in. But there's a city off to the right. CADs. This is Merritt right here in this area. Once we hit that, Whistler, I believe Whistler is just to the north. Are we going to pass Whistler? That is the question. I think Whistler is just to the north. Now, they didn't play, but Whistler was the Winter Olympics was up there in Whistler. I remember that back in 2008. It was really a cool Calamoops, I think it's called. Volox. Yeah. Anyway, we are coming through here, folks. We're getting close. 40 miles to go before top of descent. There's nothing I could do about the bumps. Like I said, we could try to go down a little bit further, but we'll be out of this soon. We'll be starting our descent. All right, we just hit Merritt. We're on the turn. 30,000 seems bumpy. It's going to be pretty bumpy all the way down from now, just because of the turbulence. Google NHL webcast. There you go. Sean, how are you? Sean Cobb says ESPN has a whole bunch of games, but if you look closely, you can Google search and find sites that offer free NHL games. What? That's awesome. You can't get center ice anymore? What? That's terrible. I have NHL Network. That's what I have. From my cable carrier, I have NHL Network as well as center ice, but so it kind of worked out for us. Oh, shoot. All right, here we go. We got to start our descent. We're coming down the chute, guys. 9,000. Altitude is set. VNAV is on. Let's go. VNAV set. It should go VNAV descent. Here come the throttles. Throttles to idle. Looks like Vancouver is online. Vancouver approach is online. We're going to go ahead and dial that in there. 128.6. 128.6. Let's throw that in there. 128.6. They'll probably call us shortly. Let me wake Cliff up, see if he actually wakes up. 128.6. We'll keep it off for now. And let's go. Okay, I hear him flipping switches because I commanded it. Descent check.
Fuel quantity.
Checked.
Approach briefing.
Complete. Performed.
Landing data.
Set.
Descent check complete.
Oh, he woke up. Holy cow. All right, we're going to go YEG-YVR, Vancouver. It's dry. The winds are, I believe they were pretty calm last time we checked. What's our weather say here, folks? We've got information Delta 3502, so I'm going to say 0. It's close. Outside air temperature is a, what are we looking at here? Give me the METAR. All right, we're looking at view 4, -2. So temperature is 4. We're going to go 2-6 left. Flaps, we're going to go 1128. We're looking at 30.46. 30.46. Landing weight, yeah, getting to the bumps now. I can feel it in my seat. Landing weight coming in at, it's going to be much less than we anticipated. It's going to be 113,000, we'll call it 113. Calculate that. Coming up with the paperwork. All right, we've got the following. We're going to write that in. We're going 2-6. Left side, auto brake is going to be medium, it's just kind of default. Landing distance available, plenty of runway there. Let's go get that airport. 10,800. We're looking at a landing distance factored, 3,800. VRAF coming in at flap 28. We're going to be pushing, I didn't say 40 on the RAF, did I? No, I wanted 28. There we go. How about 133? That's better. 133 knots. Looks good with a 217 on the maneuvering speed. All right. All right, I'm going to roll my seat up. We're going to get going for the descent. We've already started it. Cliff already, we did our descent checks, so that's good to go. Seatbelt's coming on. We're a little on the high side. So let's see what we got with this one. We might have to manually get the airplane down where we need to be. Let me take a look really quick. Canucks 5, stave at between 12 and 9, and we're going to not make it. So if we keep on this one, we're going to keep going down this path, we're going to miss it. So we're going to go vertical speed. I'm going to capture vertical speed. We're going to go down about 3,700 feet a minute. Let's see if we can't get. Now I'm going to might have to pull some brake as to slow the aircraft down just a little bit. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. 9,000. Yeah. Speed, we're doing good. 0.65, so you know that. Speed 309 on a low limit. That's good. Can we hit it? Well, we're going to need more. I need more cowbell. I need more cowbell. Just a little more cowbell. We got to get there at 9,000, 9,200. Or, oh, wait a minute. We need to be below 12,000. Cheech. So let's go 12,000. Let's see what that brings us. All right, that's good. What we're going to do now is kind of slow up that descent. We're going to get called at about 3,500 feet. Kind of capture that profile back. That's perfect right there. Let's give him a call. Let me call him up. Vancouver. Vancouver approach Riptide 5803 out of 15,000 on the Canuck 5. $128.6. Can you hear me? Check. Yeah. He heard me. Let me try one more time. Vancouver approach Riptide 5803. $128.6. I can't hear a thing. All right, I'm gonna have to disconnect and reconnect because I can't hear anything, and I don't know if it's him or if it's me or what. Let's try it one more time. Okay, I'm going to keep descending down to 9,000. All right, here we go. Ready? VNAV is set. Let's connect. Connect in.
Riptide 5803, Vancouver Terminal.
There we go. Vancouver, how do you read?
Read your 5, how do you read?
I read you 5-5 now. It's just I had to reset.
Right, Riptide 5803, squawk 6321.
6321. 6321. Set. Okay, brakes are off. We're good on complied with the altitude restriction. Going down to 9,000. I'm going to go ahead and get chutes on, folks. Let's get the chutes on.
5803, you're identified. Vancouver altimeter 3046, runway 26 right. Say approach request.
We'll do the RNAV. We'll just do a visual.
All right, would you like the RNAV or the visual?
Take a visual.
All right. All right, for now you can descend 3,000.
Okay, down to 3,000. Okay, let's go down to 3,000. I've got the airplane. Vertical speed coming in. Here we go. I've got to do check my Cliff here. Come on, Cliff. Transition now. Transition. All right, whatever, man. I'm not going to get flummoxed by this guy. I'm really not. We're going to go down to 3,000 feet. We're set. We're going to give him a good rate, 2,000 feet a minute or more. We're doing 2,300. Watch our speed. Lights are on now. Speed brakes extended. That's off.
If you want to just try and refile. Roger, refile, standby.
All right, I got to switch. Sorry, folks. Hang on. I got to switch checklist because Cliff is fired again. He's not doing his job. He's a bum. Going down to 3,000 feet here, folks. 2,000 feet a minute. Shoots in the chat. I'm going to go right now on both. Bing, bing. All right. Turn that off. We don't need it. Let me get the barrow set. Now 344. Yep, 3044, 3044 on both sides. We're set. Matt Foley. Matt Foley is my hero. All right, we're going to come in at 26. The RNAV 26. Inbound course 200 and 260 something. Inbound course is 263. I got the airport sites right there. I don't think he'll give it to me that far away, but all right, brakes are out. We're going to pull them all the way down. I got to slow this aircraft back. Okay, speeds check coming in.
And Riptide 5003, I can just get you to tap your ident button for me, please.
Sure, here we go. No, that wasn't it. Dang it. There it is. Roger.
Yeah, I think when you disconnected kind of through the network for a confuse here.
Ah, there we go. Do you see it now?
I do, Roger. All right, we'll get you to turn right heading at 260.
Right turn 260, Riptide 5803. We got the airport in sight.
All right, Riptide 5803. You're cleared the visual runway 26 right.
Okay, clear the visual 26 right, 5803. Brakes are on, slowing down on the speed. Here we go on the speed. Slats coming out.
Slats extended.
Medium. Brakes coming in. Flaps coming down. Visual approach.
Riptide 5803. I see you lined up for 26 left. Would you like 26 left instead?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Raj, I'm sorry. Can we get 26 left?
All right. Yep, Riptide 5003, you're cleared visual, runway 26 left approach.
Oh, we apologize.
Roger.
And we're cleared for the visual 26 left, Riptide 5803. My bad. Lined up on the wrong one. Probably you guys were telling me. Jason, what are you doing? All right, we're going to go ahead and set go around thrust that's in. Auto throttle's off. It's my plane here. 25. We've got flap 15.
And Riptide 5803. Winds calm, altimeter 3046, clear land, runway 26 left.
Okay, clear to land 26 left, Riptide 5803. We got a landing gear alert. That's okay. I'm going to start descending here. Take the terrain off. All right. Let me dump the gear. Just be quiet. Man, that shakes my seat bad. All right, gear down 3 green. Gonna go ahead and arm that. That is armed. Coming down, flap 15. Altitude coming to 0. Flaps are set. 28. Here we go. Arm it. That's armed. Landing check coming in. Landing gear down 3 green. Flaps. Set. Fuel lever. Whoa, what are you talking about? Ignition is on both. I already did that. Just going to try to do 2 things at once here. Not great. Spoilers are armed. Flaps and slats are set.
Calling him. No audio.
Drop down that speed just a touch.
Vancouver approach Southwest 345, looking to get Airways clearance to Jackson Hole, please.
Southwest 345, cleared to Jackson Hole, Vancouver 2 departure, flight planned route, departure runway 26 left, squawk 5150.
Southwest, when do they go to
Clear
Vancouver?
Vancouver 2 departure, runway 26 left, squawk 5150, Southwest 345.
Southwest 345. Read back is correct. Push and starts at your discretion. Contact me for taxi.
Contact you for taxi, Southwest 345.
Okay, correcting on the speed just a little bit. I got to get that up. Speed's coming up just a touch. There we go.
500 above.
Vancouver arrival, Delta 139 requesting IFR clearance to Jackson Hole as filed. Delta 139 clears to Jackson Hole, Vancouver 2.
Okay, brakes out.
Planned route, departure runway 26 left.
Let me get back on the center line.
552. Cleared to Jackson Hole, Vancouver 2 departure, then
Slightly low, that's fine.
runway 26
I'm going to do a little bit of a duck under here.
552 Delta 139.
Got plenty of energy.
139. Read back
Approaching
is correct. Push
minimums.
and start is at your discretion. Contact me for taxi.
Flare.
Cleared push and start, and we'll call you again for taxi. Delta
Oh,
139.
that was a terrible spot to flare it, to have a stutter.
Spoilers deployed.
Okay, reversers are out. Why are you waking up now, bonehead?
80 knots.
Okay, my plane.
60 knots.
Welcome to Vancouver, folks. Let's see if we can get off on this taxiway. Tell them where we are. Gotta make a right turn here. Left, I mean. Gotta make another left. I'll tell them I'm clear of the runway here. There's 1-3. So that's Echo. We're on Echo right now. Welcome to Vancouver. We made it. Call him up. Stop right there. Vancouver approach, Riptide 5803 on Echo, looking to go to I believe it's Shelter. Hang on just a minute. Signature flight support.
Right, Riptide 5803, welcome to Vancouver. You can head over to Signature. You taxi Alpha and then apron at your discretion.
All right, over Alpha, apron on discretion, Riptide 5803. We're going to cross this runway first before we do any lights.
Vancouver traffic information Echo is now current. Local altimeter 3046.
What a beautiful sound that is, isn't it? Boy, this is much better circumstances than the last one.
Vancouver approach, Air Canada 042 Heavy, requesting IFR.
Yeah, you know, Cliff, I don't know about this guy anymore. All right, hold on.
42.
You can't see.
Clear to Portland, Vancouver 2 departure, flight plan route, departure runway 26 left, squawk 6120.
Should be over here.
Can you repeat the runway for me, please?
Air Canada 42.
Where is it, guys?
Clear to Portland as follows via the Vancouver 2 departure.
Does anybody see where this stupid thing is?
Departure 26 left, Vancouver 042.
Really?
042, everything's correct except the squawk code 6120.
Squawk 6120, Air Canada 042.
Air Canada 42, right back.
What in the world?
Contact me for taxi.
It's behind me. Dang it.
We'll start my discretion, we'll connect with taxi.
We gotta turn the aircraft around. That's behind us. This is 3-1.
Our last aircraft calling, no audio.
Vancouver approach, this is Encore 968. We're showing 38 back from booth, just sending flight level 200 for 120 at 1945 Zulu booth.
Right on car 968, a little outside my airspace. You can just contact me when
There we go. I missed the turn.
Okay, we'll contact booth.
It's a hard left and I missed that turn. I thought it was straight ahead. It wasn't. We're good now. We're in Alpha. All right, good to go. Let's go and recalibrate that. That was our first blunder right there. Well, I shouldn't say first. It's one of many. All right, Cliff, you're an idiot. Can you give me an after landing check or something, dude? Can you do something? What a bonehead, honestly, man. All right, we've got to go down to Alpha. This is Landmark. We're going to go past Landmark here. Now he's doing his job. I want to say it was here last time. It was close to this. Yep. I want to say it was right there. Give me a second. Let me call it GSX. All right, let's see. Where are we going? I'm going to shut down number 1. All right, ramp 903 Alpha.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future
Where in the world is that? Parking? 903 Alpha. No. I knew it. I knew it. What, are you going to park me on the grass, bro? Can I even make that? Yeah, we got this. This is an MD-80. Watch this airplane. You want to see something really cool about an MD-80? Watch me crank this thing. Unless, is there a way we can get over there? Can we sneak it in this way? I don't think we can. No, I don't think that's attached. I remember this crap. This is really wonky. I remember. Alright, let's watch this. We're going to crank the engine. I want to turn this airplane. Watch this thing. Please cut engine. What are you on, drugs? Come on, airplane, let's go. That's why I like an MD-80. Look at this thing. What in the world? What in the world? Look, see what I'm saying? We got this thing. No problem. What do you want me to cut the engine on the taxiway for? It makes no sense. I was going to say, I think it's just right in here somewhere. I'm going to run this guy over and I'll flip around. I'm going to have to move him. You know what I'm going to have to do, right? Is I'm going to have to rearrange all this GSX crap. Because I remember last year it was like we were in this corner somewhere. Yeah, it's like in the middle of nowhere. I remember this pretty good. Except last year, see, it wasn't connected. We would have been stuck. All right, we're going to turn the taxi light off. We'll just stop ourselves right there. All right, brakes coming on. And then we're going to cut the engines. APU is online. Ready to receive power. Here we go. That's off. Well, we made it. Holy smokes. We made it with Cliff not doing his job again. I'm going to have to warp there, aren't I? Watch, there's going to giant drainage ditch. Funny. Doom. I remember this last year. It was just, the reason why I remember it is because it was so wonky. I was like, where are we parking? So let me just ask GSX to warp us there because it's weird. So 902. That was funny. What was the descent rate? I mean, what was the landing rate? Anybody get a landing rate on that? How bad was it?
Delta 139, 26 left taxi, open at your discretion. Juliet Alpha, Juliet Hotel Delta.
903 Alpha. 903 Alpha.
Taxi via Juliet Alpha, I think Juliet Hotel Delta.
There we go. There's no way we could take an MD-80 and spin it in this little area. There's no way. Anyway, there it is. We're there. There's no way. You see what I mean? Like, it's impossible. All right, let's get everybody off the airplane. That's off. That's off. All right, let's go ahead and ask them to deplane us.
Thank you for approach Southwest 3453, taxi runway 26 left.
All right, we're going to go ahead and deplane. And let's go ahead and check this out. It's not too bad. 311, yeah, it was positive. That was positive. Positive landing there. 311, but we were right on the mark. Right? I mean, probably right on that marker. I don't think we floated down the runway. It was boom! We were there. Watch, they lose. I'm gonna have to do a nice grease job in every time now to see if it's an omen. Just need to flip the parking direction. Yeah, I'll have to set GSX today. I have to do another like I'll do one right after this. I'm done. I'll get the nose flipped around so we're over here, and then when they push us back, they'll have to push us out over here, and then out. All right, let me go ahead and pop the doors here. Let's see if it works. Do they work? No. See, it's been weird because I hit forward main. There we go. Forward cargo, aft cargo, and that should work. And now, for some dumb reason, they like coming out of the back, but that's not where they would come out of. They would just exit out of the front here. They wouldn't even go to the back. So, what's with these pink dudes? So weird. Good stuff. All right, let me go ahead and get our 8 cars program done. And we get all that in. All right, we're going to go click this. We burned about 7,300 pounds of fuel. File the flight. It was a success. Good. That is done deal. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the ground power so I stop burning precious fuel. Ground power's on. We're going to throw that off. That's off. That's on. That's off. That's off. That's off. All right, Cliff, are you ready? Cliff is going to have to do a parking check here. Parking, parking, parking. Go. Get the airplane set up. Well, we made it. You hear Cliff doing his job now? Cal says, please inform Cliff that he has a possible pilot deviation to contact Bank 2 Vancouver Tower. Ready to copy the number. That's exactly right. Man, I don't know. Sometimes flying with Cliff, I think it's worse. He's really screwing up before. He's really screwing up, this guy. Good stuff. Well, the Rangers play, they play tomorrow. They play Vancouver tomorrow, so we'll see how they do. I think Vancouver's got a pretty good team, so we'll see how that goes. I've got to write some paperwork down here really quick. Just my time in and then stuff, and then we're going to shut the aircraft down. So the fuel will get 55 over 5250, because honestly, folks, what this does is with our virtual airline here at Coastal Airways, it calculates everything. So with our fuel, it'll take our in fuel, our fuel left on board right now, to what our takeoff fuel is going to be. And we're going to be much more heavier going into Winnipeg tomorrow, just because the fuel. It's a lot longer flight. 5250 total fuel, 10,900 pounds. And the reason why it's not deplaning us is because the stupid back, it needs to be open. So, man. And by the way, I want to show you really quick, if you haven't seen this yet, let's go ahead and open the aft stairs. We'll go ahead and open the aft main. Okay. And we're going to start to onboard. There we go. All right, I want to show you this. See this? We've got charts now. So you can sign into your Navigraph account, and you can use the charts on the EFB. Now, I didn't do that tonight because it was such a short flight, and it just was kind of a little late getting out of the gate here. But we could showcase that on the flight tomorrow. We're definitely going to fly. Look at this. It's because of the hydraulics. Son of a gun. Well, we'll just throw that on for a second, and then that's off. And that drops it. You see it drops the rest of that down. Good stuff. So tomorrow, we'll flip the parking, Sean. I'll have to get GSX set up. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we will fly from here to Winnipeg, and I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow evening. It's just because we're scheduled to fly out of here tomorrow, and that is going to be a long flight, isn't it? Yeah, okay. We're going to take off at 11 tomorrow p.m. We'll land at 3 a.m. in the morning. So when is their next game? Man, that's crazy. They're going to be landing. Whew. They arrives the next day. 3 o'clock in the morning. When does the game start? Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm gonna have to just like pre-record or something, and then I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I stream it. Yeah, like the glowing pink dudes. Exactly. I gotta update GSX. I'll do that. I'll get it all set, and I'm gonna shut this thing down. Get it ready for tomorrow. So let's do ahead and I'll get this guy doing a shutdown. And actually, we'll shut it down because he can't. He was silent today. How's that? Okay, that's off. Coming across here. We're good. Galley's coming off. Master's off. That's good. Start pump's off. Fuel pump's coming off. That's good. I'm going to actually throw that one off. Good there. That's good. That's good. Logo lights. I'm going to throw those on. Floodlights. We're actually going to turn them off now because you see this thing is going to go dark in a hot minute. All right. 1, 2. Click continue. I'll turn my light on. No. Yes. Battery's coming off. 1, 2. That's it. Flashlights out, and our hotel is... We are staying at the JW Marriott in Vancouver. Park, Vancouver. You want to see what that is? I haven't even showed you that really quick. Let me just check out the... and I didn't record it. I'm sorry, I didn't record the landing. I got busy with Cliff not doing his job. I think we'll just fire him on the next flight. I don't know about him anymore. All right, let's get rid of you. Cliff, bye-bye. All right, we're doing, what are we doing? JW, is it? JW Marriott. I'm going to show you JW Marriott in Vancouver. All right, here we go. Right there. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's get out of there. Let's go to here. Oh, really? Okay. Let's click this. Wow. Look at this, guys. Look at that place, huh? No, that's not right. That ain't it. Yeah, this is it. This is insane. All right, at least the hotel's good. Right? Sean hooks us up with these hotel accommodations. Pretty good. Sean says, luggage carts just flew that drainage ditch. That's hilarious. They went right through there. Did you see that? Right through the grass. All right, folks. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. By the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hopefully you've learned something and you had fun. That's what we're about here. Nice visual approach into Vancouver. Beautiful weather. You couldn't ask for more than this. Just a little bit turbulent, bumpy throughout the flight. Thank you for a dispatcher. We have a live dispatcher working these, so I believe he's you know, it's going to be a lot of fun doing that, especially with a lot of different crew members that pop on. He's been working, 6 or 7 flights at once, maybe, who knows. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Again, for those of you who are members and or patrons, you'll probably, I don't know if I'm probably gonna have to film it, or we could do it live in the afternoon if I can catch a break. We'll see. I'll try to do that. It'll be in the afternoon though, before the game, because there's no way I'm going to be flying at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's John's schedule. That's not mine. There's no way. Anyway, folks, thanks again. Check out where it is. What, the hotel? Yeah, Coastal Airways treats their pilots good. Yeah, all right, let's check out where this is really quick. All right, let's see where it is. 'Cause I just kind of looked. All right, well, I'm trying to get pictures. The problem is, let's see if I could find pictures. All right, Marriott, friendly downtown. Okay, let me look. This is probably the site we want to go to. All right, here we go. We've got, we'll go next, JW Marriott. Okay, this is pretty cool. So far, so good. We'll find out the directions. The rooms are cool. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow. What's that big ball thing right there? And how close is the stadium? I should say the arena is the correct. Are you serious? They took a picture of a soap. I mean, really, guys? Soap? Come on. You got to do better than that. Holy cow. Now that's cool. All right, nearby attractions. Let's see what we got here. All right, cycling. A bar. Boating. What is that right there? Okay, let's see. We've got look it up on Google Maps. Okay. Let's go to Maps then, huh? All right. Let's do this. Let me pull up my Maps app and then we'll check it out really quick before I let you guys go. Or you can go, but before I go, I should say. All right, maps are coming. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. Google Maps. It's called JW Marriott, Vancouver. All right, pulling this thing up. BC Place. It's right there, dude. Is that why it's... Boy, you couldn't even get better than that. I bet you that's where the team's staying. That's cool. BC Place. It's right by the outside soccer. Looks like a soccer stadium. That's pretty cool. And where do they play? Where do they play hockey? Right there, Rogers Arena, isn't it? Yep. It's you can't beat that, guys. That's great. So this means that we could stay. How far is it from the airport? That's what I want to know. Let's go. We're right there. Let's do this. Let's go to, so we know where that is. If we say directions, I want to do airport, Vancouver International. How far is it? 24 minutes on a car ride, probably give or take 45 minutes with traffic. That ain't bad. 45 minutes, it's third period. That's why you have an iPad. You can watch the third period on the way home. Up to the airport, get the airplane ready to go. How fun is that? That's cool. Good stuff. All right, guys, thank you. We'll see you again tomorrow. If I can sneak, if I can sneak one in, we'll get one tomorrow afternoon. It'll be, like I said, there's no way I'm flying at 11 o'clock at night to 3 in the morning. That would be killer. All right. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Have a great week. We'll see you Friday. I don't know where we're going. It's either going to be a line flight, a Southwest flight, or it'll be a 737 because we're getting the new EFB hopefully this weekend maybe, right? So we'll test that out. Okay, folks. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the round side down. We will see you later.